So here, students, is a setup for the lab you're going to be doing. Here are your cuvettes. And you can see for each two cuvettes we have a different concentration of substrate. So I'm just labeling them here on this paper, which I can take with me to the spec so I'll know what's in which one. So these are the different concentrations of substrate we're going to be using. Do you notice how they go down by a factor of 2 each time? And so the first thing we need to do is put the stop solution in all of those. So we're going to use 500 microliters of stop. And we don't have to change tips here because we're using the same exact solution in each one. Remember to let your pipette fill. Also, it's a good idea to see where your tip is in the solution so that you're sure it's going into the solution. The tip is filling before you take it out. Okay. Another good idea is to make sure that when you're putting them in, when you look at them, they all should be the same level of liquid. That's another way of telling that you're pipetting correctly. Okay, so remember the stop solution is going to have two functions. It's going to denature the enzyme, and it's going to develop the product into a yellow color, which we're going to be able to visualize. So we're going to use this cute little multi-vial thingamabobby, and I've labeled it here. This is the concentrations of substrate that we're going to be putting into this. So this is where the reaction is going to happen. So I'm going to give you a little tip. When you have a range of concentrations, if you start with the highest and you go from highest to lowest, you don't actually have to change tips because the little bit of carryover between one and the other won't really matter. So we're going to start actually with, we're going to start with the lowest concentration and go up, so that will be better. Okay, so we're going to start with 0.184. So what we're going to have is a 2-to-1 ratio of substrate to enzyme. So, hello, we're filming. We're filming my thing right now. Okay, so we're going to start with 1 milliliter of substrate, and then we're going to use a 0.5 milliliter of enzyme. So for each one of these, we're going to use we're going to use 1 milliliter of substrate. Again, make sure your tip is in. Okay, so that's going to go in this one. And since we're going up in concentration, we can leave the same tip on. Okay, that goes in the 0.375. This one goes in the 0.75. And then the 1.5. It's real important for the 1 mil that you're really letting it fill before you pull it out. Don't pull out the tip until the pipette has filled. And that's the 3. And then this is the 6. Okay, so now the substrate is ready. Now remember, when we add the enzyme, the reaction is going to happen right away. Okay, so what I'm going to do, shoot, I need a timer. Hold on, can you pause the video?